It is great to see you back here at Brain Crypto. Having you back is a relief. Because they were very serious, particularly from a regulatory standpoint, the events of the past 7 days need discussion. Indeed, the SEC has been a topic of discussion for some time. In fact, I've mentioned in my most recent films that most of the data we're collecting from it may have been due to noise. While there is some actual action in the Ripple scenario, the SEC's recent financial losses are mostly unimportant. We shall address that matter exclusively. It is very appreciated that you are here on the channel. Pet this place. Hi, Nick. While we discuss some recent news regarding the SEC, I would greatly appreciate it if you could subscribe if you are new to the channel. This is the message that Eleanor Tourette sent on June 27. Anyone facing fraud fines from the SEC Gov has the option of going to federal jury trial instead of the agency's internal judicial proceedings. This matter was recently determined by the Supreme Court with a score of 6-3. What a devastating blow to the SEC's authority, coming from an organization that has been openly revolting for the past few years. As for me, I believe this is fantastic. This, in my opinion, will lay the groundwork for an impartial trial and opposition to the SEC. Still, Stuart Arty has provided us with some significant updates on top of this. In addition, June 27 could work. This is pertinent to that role once more. The free Discord would be fantastic if everyone could join. At the very beginning of this description, you will find a link. You can join one of the best and most educational online Discords without spending a dime. The free site is a veritable gold mine of cryptocurrency nuggets, market insights, trends, and charts. In addition, the feedback we've seen from users has been very positive, and we plan to shortly add additional cheat sheets to this Discord. So why sit on your hands? Click the link in the description to join the free Discord server. Regarding the SEC's decision to reduce financing for proxy consulting firms, a different court has ruled against the agency, this time for claimed violations of the Administrative Procedure Act. In National Association of Manufacturers versus the SEC, the judge explained that Gensler personally ordered this unlawful action. Alright, pay attention. When we go into the SEC's current state, it appears as though the power that the SEC has been exercising is abruptly being taken away. Using specific designations like Ripple, this entire industry has been fighting back against the SEC for a long time. For that reason, I find this really exciting. Still, transparency in the secondary market sale of digital assets is about to achieve a major victory, and this is only the first step. The government of the SEC has claimed that Binance's BNB token secondary sales are securities under the Howey test. However, District Judge Amy Berman Jackson recently rejected this allegation. In his defense of BNB secondary sales as investment contracts, Torres claims that the government's claims made during the hearing about the interdependence of the platform, the performance of individual tokens, and the nature of the technology fall short. To support his claim, Torres refers to Ripple's, the judge's decision that the token transaction's economic reality was relevant when interpreting Howey. Additionally, the government's new theory, which was introduced after the complaint was filed, is at odds with the agreement to a certain degree. We want to be clear that these coins are not considered securities. Here, investment contracts are at issue. Being explicit is crucial, particularly when dealing with secondary market sales, for achieving success. It appears that XRP has now met all requirements. Barring interference from Ripple's and institutional sellers, I do not anticipate any problems with XRP. Since I am still not convinced and this might be a major deal, Ripple should take action. Because more people are buying and selling XRP on secondary markets, or even being encouraged to do so by institutional purchasers, XRP investors, and the cryptocurrency itself gain from the increased public trading volume. Relatedly, we'd like to add one more thing about Eleanor's major win. The lawyers for Coinbase, Kraken FX, and Consensus will use this ruling to strengthen their positions in their lawsuits, while the lawyers for the government will have no way of claiming that the Ripple decision was a unique case that no other judge has ever heard of. This further proves that Ripple was victorious in the summer of 2023. Additionally, it gives XRP even more value. Just so we're clear, Ethereum's future is still completely uncertain. The litigation between Ethereum and the SEC is expected to drag on until the second quarter of 2025, maybe later. It appears like XRP and Bitcoin are the only ones with any clarity over this matter at the moment, which supports from this vantage point. XRP is a strong candidate to dethrone Ethereum in the current or subsequent cycle. This one is credited to Stuart Alfarati. July 1st came and went quickly. The Supreme Court highlighted the immense potential of Bitcoin in its initial statement on Internet content. However, in 1997, even fewer people, 40 million, had no clue what the Internet was. The court decided it was important to remind the public that the Internet is a global network of interconnected computers that was just set up 30 years ago, despite the fact that it has been around for a long time and has billions of users. During that period, a lot has changed. At this very moment, 40 million individuals have internet access. It is fair to suppose that the public and this court are no longer required to define the internet, considering that YouTube and Facebook combined have over 2 billion active users per month. I think we will see that crypto's potential is as high as these numbers when we examine it more closely. My prediction is that cryptocurrency's value will continue to climb. We are investing in XRP and associated technologies because we believe in a future with a significantly bigger and faster internet, even though most people undoubtedly don't care about its practicality. The metal lawman is on our side, and we will undoubtedly reap benefits from these utility initiatives. This was the subject of my most recent videos, as you may have observed. On this point, the 31st of January this year is noteworthy. In this specific case, we are referring to the Custodia Bank's petition to judgment. The Federal Reserve is facing a major challenge with this action. The idea was originally mine. Operation Choke Point 2.0 will be bolstered by this. What follows is an attempt at a summary in case you haven't seen the films. There is substantial proof, the strongest of which is this one, that the campaign against cryptocurrency, also known as Operation Choke Point 2.0, is real. Still going strong is the anti-crypto rhetoric. The Federal Reserve turned down Custodia Bank's request to open a master account after a strong targeting campaign. There is a 5 to 7 day comment period on the Fed master account. The decision-making process for a master account approval or rejection usually takes that long. They were left with little alternative but to keep suing the Fed even after waiting over 20 months for a response from Custodia. We were just informed of a major development on this. A judge's decision in April to side with the Federal Reserve in its lawsuit against Custodia Bank was a disappointing development for the independence and innovation of American finance. Eventually, the reality will show through. Operation Choke Point 2.0's warriors have broken Goliath's stubborn resistance after a long and costly siege. According to the opinion, Judge Eleanor Breaking concurred with the Federal Reserve in summary judgment and refused the custodians' petition for review of their APA claim and this motion for judgment on their statutory mandamus claim. We could expect to hear that Caitlin Lengthy will appeal this ruling after this long and costly battle. I was incorrect, it was March, not April. But we're also cognizant of the fact that the custodial bank is fighting tooth and nail and won't back down. The system that has kept them in their position is something they stubbornly refuse to change. I am thoroughly enjoying this. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoy the content. We will reconvene soon.